We're Becka and Zach, a couple who recently, after years of dreaming, bought ourselves a beautiful 40-foot Colvic Victor sailboat. Life is short and the world is wide, and there are so many lessons to be learnt, laughs shared, people met, adventures had, and nautical miles to be sailed. And this is our way of sharing it all with you. Welcome to the Tay-Lee. Bloody doing it!
Last week we left you with a pretty big journey update.
We're in the Caribbean. We're in the Caribbean. We're in the Caribbean.
Now it's time to fill in the gaps that took us from a pretty windy anchorage in Lanzarote to a customs and immigration pontoon in the Caribbean.
Today we were trying to beat some higher winds coming in, and so we're heading to the next island along, Fuerteventura, to a protected anchorage on the south side. We were determined not to use our engine pretty much at all, so we picked up anchor under sail. I guess we're just sailing off anchor today. Just giving it some revs so the batteries don't suffer, basically. Pulled out our genoa. I'm gonna put the whole way out my hand. Oh my god.
Well,
thanks. Oh, there you go. Did it?
Yeah.
Nice.
Now let it out load.
Yeah.
Might as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna go turn it off now. We didn't really even need it.
No.
It's nice to have it on just as backup. And got sailing. They do say that it's calm before a storm though, don't they? So hopefully we don't have too high winds. We shall see.
It's wet.
Yeah. Today's mission is to get the boat super balanced in preparation for some longer downwind passages. And right now we don't have our mizzen up, but we have our genoa and our main out. And it's lovely, we're gusting probably 15 knots, but we're cruising along, going about 5.5 knots, and the boat's very balanced right now, which is lovely. The minute we start getting any weather helm, we're just going to reef our main once, and then if we get more, we'll take one reef in our genoa and then more one reef in our main. Always want to reef our main first because it's the main that kind of overpowers everything. We want more power further forward on the boat because obviously our keel is our pivot point. So by dropping the mizzen, we've really stopped loads of the rounding up at the stern. So yeah, feeling really confident in our balancing act. And yeah, it's just the perfect day for a sail despite the dark clouds and the rain. It's absolutely lovely out here. Look at this. We're humming along and we're just watching all the rain come in way over there. But yeah, what a nice day for a sail. How is it down there?
Yeah, it's lovely. There's no waves, which is really nice because we're pretty much protected by Fuerteventura here, so we're not getting any big swell coming through, so it's super flat and we're just gliding along. It's probably the nicest like downwind sailing that we're gonna get for a long time.
Yeah.
Because I mean, in kind of more open ocean stuff, you're gonna have kind of bigger waves behind you and rolling you a bit, but we're super flat and just going for it.
Yeah.
It's such a nice sail. It's probably the nicest sail we've had.
Got 7 knots as well. Ooh. And that's not from the waves either, 7 knots. That's just from the wind, which is a good feeling. So we bought these in a supermarket and we think they're prickly pears, which are a type of cactus, or fruit off a prickly pear, which is a type of cactus here in Lanzarote. So we are going to try them. It's a beautiful colour.
Show us the colour.
Oh.
No? Off?
No, it's just got loads of like big
Oh, you don't like seeds, do you?
No, but they're like really seedy. It makes it the seeds out.
No, it doesn't look like it. What does it taste like?
Not much. I mean, it's nice.
The wind's a bit light for the autopilot, I think.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is nice. It tastes tropical.
It smells like dragon fruit.
Yeah, it does. It tastes a little bit like that. It tastes like papaya a bit.
Oh, it's lovely.
Yeah, but it's got good pips in it. Can you taste them? So the time is about, I think it's about 3 o'clock, and we're making really good progress. The wind has picked up lovely. We're really rolly because there's a bit of fetch on the water and we're just rolling into it. But you're right down here. Okay. Zach's hand steering for a bit because the wind's coming off our corner there, and ideally we should have the whisker pole on the other side now to compensate for that, but we only have about a nautical mile until we slowly start bearing around the other way. So at the moment the main and the Genoa poled out are on the same side, so it makes us a bit unbalanced, so the autopilot doesn't love it, and also we just roll a bit more, but we are flying along and we just hit 7.2 knots. So we're not going to change anything right now. We're just going to deal with the fact we're a bit unbalanced, and Zach's just going to hand steer because we've got a nautical mile, and then we'll whack the main back on the other side and be downwind again. So that's what's happening, but it's beautiful out there, and yeah, we're very excited about the higher winds. And definitely feel our confidence growing because yeah, 15, 20 knots, we just want more and more. The waves are actually dying slightly now, which is nice. At one point they were like breaking. But it's quite nice because we're high up. We never, well, not that we've been in, but we don't get waves like wash up onto the cockpit. Maybe we'll get that one day, but we haven't yet. But we've actually decided to go to a marina up here in Gran Tarajal. We were going to go to the south of the island and anchor, but we were reading some of the reviews for the anchorage, and apparently it can get really rolly when there's high winds, and it's going to be gusting over 35 knots this weekend. So we thought, you know what, we need some water, and we haven't been to a marina in a month. It's been a really long time, our longest yet. So we're going to marina it up for just 3 nights till Monday morning, and then yeah, we're going to pooter off to Gran Canaria after that. Usually we prefer being on anchor, but with the higher winds, I think it would be nice just to have a little marina pit stop.
Also, some of the reviews of the anchorage on Navally said that the valleys before the anchorage that we were planning on going to funnels the wind quite a bit and can make it faster than it actually is.
So like 10 knots faster, and it's already going to be 35 knots.
Yeah, so might be a bit interesting. 45
knots might be a little bit much.
Some people said the holding was really good, and some people said it was quite poor, so...
Yeah, I think it's similar to the one before, which is a thin layer of...
bad reviews are true,
yeah,
it'd be interesting.
I think it's a thin layer of sand on rocks like that one, and we'd arrive at dark, so you can't even see where the rocks are, so I think we're making the right decision. You were thinking we were making the right decision?
Yeah, I think so. It's the really cheap marina as well. It's the cheapest one we've ever
11
seen.
euros a night for a 40-foot boat? Crazy. Where we were just staying, we had some friends stay there in Rubicon. 57 euros for a 40-foot monohull for one night.
Well, exactly the same boat as ours.
Yeah, exactly the same. The Colvic Victor you guys saw, so ouch.
Outrageous. And we're going to pay less for 3 nights than they did for 1 night.
Oh.
I'm going to pass you this line, yeah?
Yeah, wait a sec. Oh yeah, it's a bit of a questionable bird.
You got it?
Yeah. We'll pull ourselves back a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, I think we're good, but thank you.
We're good, thank you. Voila! We are in a marina, albeit a very small spot. We had to pull ourselves back quite a bit because there's that sharp corner down there, which we just didn't want to be next to, so we've got some fenders there. Yeah. Job well done. We agreed that today was the most fun sail we've ever had on Tay-Lee. Do you agree?
Yeah, it was really nice.
It was so nice, like the sea was calm.
For hours and it was just lovely.
Yeah, and we
Especially
had some proper wind. We got up to like 9 knots.
After
we
rounded the headland over there, not that one, but the one before.
Yeah, the sea state just died, but we still had the great wind, so yeah, great day.
Lovely. Today, there's been something that we've been wanting to do for a while. We've been trying to figure out how to do it, and I've been kind of having dreams about actually how to do it, figure it out. It shouldn't be that hard, but we want to rig up a system so that we don't have to run onto the foredeck or out the cockpit area to rig up a preventer. So if in rough weather we need to jibe or whatever, we can just let go of some lines, put on another line and change over the booms without having to leave the cockpit, especially the main. The mizzen's not so much of an issue because we can put a preventer on very close to the cockpit anyway, but for the main to put on a good one, we've got to go quite far forwards to bring the boom out enough. So I've got a load of spare parts on board. I don't really want to go out and buy 4 new blocks because blocks are quite expensive, and I've already got tons of these old ones. Not quite the perfect blocks, we just kind of need singular pulleys, but these double ones will do the job. So I've got 3 of these at the moment that I'm going to use, and then I'm going to use one of these and just take off the cleat on it. The idea at the moment is that I'm going to run a line all the way down port side and starboard side to probably about the midship area, probably a little bit further than that because I think that's probably the best area for it. And then run it back to the cockpit to another block and then up to just a cleat there. We don't need to run it to a winch or anything like that because you don't need to put it super hard for a Brenta. It's just to stop the boom going, and there shouldn't be excessive force pushing it the other way, so you don't need to really yank it in. It just needs to be kind of pulled tight like we normally do it. But the only issue that I can see which might be slightly challenging is when it's on the boom and we're jibing to the other side, what's going to happen with that line, because I'm worried that it's going to get caught on the solar panel on our saloon top. So that's just the one issue that I can see at the moment, but it shouldn't be too difficult to figure out and fix. After dismantling one of these, I've got it down to this. I'm worried that if I take them off, the pin through here will mean that all of this is loose in here. So at the moment, I'm just going to leave these on here because they're not moving anywhere. I've bent them inwards so they just stick exactly there. Because at some point we're probably going to replace these with like proper blocks at some point, but this is kind of just a bit of a trial with these, and why not use something you've already got instead of buying something brand new. If we find that anything's catching on these when we get to Las Palmas, I'm just going to go with the angle grinder and just take it off around there, so these basically act just as a washer and spacer for the pin there. But for now I'm just going to leave these here because I think they should be absolutely fine, and I might in the future want these for something if I want to put a cleat back on there or something. It's running from here down outside of the hand railing there. Might be an issue, we'll see about that. Actually on passage all the way to the block up there, and then runs all the way down to this block and then up to a cleat here. Obviously bearing in mind this is the first attempt at it, so I'm sure we're going to have better iterations of this system, but I think for now it should work. So on our next sail to Las Palmas we're going to try it out, see if it works, what tweaks we need to do. I'm sure there will be a few that we do need to do, and then from there we can figure out what we need to add or take away or change.
A bit windy today.
Just a wee bit, isn't it?
A wee bit windy.
Having cracked through our boat jobs and edited a video, we decided to go for a walk and explore the colourful town of Gran Tarajal.
Pick me up. I've been down on the ground for so long with my mouth shut. I've been too scared to start calling out for you.